Hey guys, I want to talk to you today about yet another article that I found in last month's edition of Texas Realtor Magazine. Again, as licensed realtors, you should be getting this. And it's on page 32 in case you want to reference that. You can always go online as well to get past issues. So go to page 32. And the article today is about Take 5, communication tips to win more listings. So why is this important? Because it is rapidly approaching selling season, right? And so you want to be able to, on your listing appointments, set yourself apart from other realtors. And so a lot of these tips speak to one thing that I'm a big fan of, which is less is more. The less you say, the better off you're going to be. Our tendency is just kind of vomit everything about how great we are to that listing appointment person, but oftentimes if you let them speak, they tend to convince themselves eventually that they should use you. So tip number one, start small. Small talk will kick off the meeting on a positive note. Ask about the person's hobbies or family or recent vacations, and more importantly, find something about the home that you can compliment them on. They're going to love that. Okay? Ask open-ended questions. Inquire about the seller's motivation to sell. What qualities the seller wants most from an agent, what the seller considers the best and worst features of the property, and other topics to help you learn about the seller's goals. So open-ended questions. Don't ask questions where the answer is going to be yes or no. Listen attentively. Resist the reflex to think about what to say next while the seller is speaking. Focus on what the seller is telling you. Repeat what you heard from the seller to make sure you're on the same wavelength. Effective listening skills, easy to understand but hard to implement. Help you tailor your responses to what the prospect really wants. Fourth, watch for cues. Pay attention to body language and tone that don't match what the seller is saying. Crossed arms and averted eyes could be a signal that you should ask additional questions. Okay? Lastly, involve the seller. This is key. This is going to help them self-discover what they should know about you and what you should know about them, and really probably lead them down the road of choosing you and really understanding what it's going to take to sell that property. So Tar says, provide the seller opportunities to ask you questions. Before you ask for the listing, find out if there are any items you haven't covered that the seller thought you would. Okay, so 5 great tips to help you get that listing. Good luck as the spring selling season approaches.